Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. I haven't said that in a while. Maybe we should just say, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pounds Firearms. Today, we are doing our 3-month review of the Daniel Defense H9. Stay tuned. I'll tell you how the last 3 months have gone. Alright guys, welcome back. Make sure we're safe here. We are safe. Table's a little wobbly. Sorry, I'm trying to work on my lighting here, so hopefully the lights works a little bit better. This is about as good as it's going to get. I can see it fine, so hopefully it translates good on camera here. So we got a big monster 3000 lumen light way up there, and then we got 1000 lumen light there and 1000 lumen light there. So you can see the shadows, multiple shadows. So hopefully there's enough light. I mean, it's bright enough for me to wear sunglasses, but yes. Alright guys, here's this 3-month review. So we are safe. Want to go ahead and report that after about 2.5 months, a little over 2 months, almost 2.5 months, Daniel Defense finally sent me my adapter plate, my MRD plate. But as you saw in the description, it's probably too little too late. So I'm not going to open that yet because it's for an RMR. But I don't know if I'm going to be carrying this anymore here. So, yeah. A couple of things here that, well, you've seen my videos. Or hopefully you've seen some of my other videos. And there's a number of issues. You know, most of it's cosmetic. But the part that is not cosmetic is how comfortable it is to carry. So, this, in my hand, is probably one of the most comfortable firearms I've ever held. To me, it fits perfect. I got double X hands. I'm a right-hand shooter. This thing just fits perfect for me. I love it. It's comfortable. It's got decent weight on it. It's not too light. The aluminum frame just feels fantastic. I love the way this thing feels in my hand. We've had some issues, so you know it doesn't have co-witnessing sights. So even if I were to put this on here, then probably couldn't co-witness with my RMR. You know, another thing that's kind of weird is because this bottom part of the frame's so big, most lights don't sit flush. So that looks a little weird. Biggest pet peeve is not being able to eject a round, even going this slow. If you go slow like this, that round will not eject. You have to really yank the crap out of it for that round to eject. That drives me nuts. One of the things I was talking about is how you can't get a round out here. So I am going to go ahead, it is safe right now, but I'm going to go ahead and chamber it around. Take the magazine out just so you know. Here's what I was talking about here. So if you pull it slow, I mean right now I am yanking it. It does not come out. If you go slow, this thing will not come out. What's that going to do to the bullet? I don't know. Is it going to throw off the, you know, the seating? You know, who knows what's going to happen, but that will not come out. There's nothing you can do about that. I wish I could show you how much I'm pushing. I mean, I'm giving it all my might right now. So the only way to get this out is if you hard yank it, and that's why I just barely reached out to HD or Daniel Defense a couple of times. Their customer service, they're quick, but they're a little annoying. I've been dealing with the same guy for, I don't know, 2 months now. You know, just kind of showing him everything I've been having issues with, showing him video clips of the issues I'm having. So finally, after 2.5 months, he's like, well, you probably need to reach out to the warranty department. I'm like, well, dude, I wasn't just trying to make friends with you. I'm not out there emailing you to tell you have a good day. My God. If this is the warranty department, then you should have transferred me to them right away. Or maybe send my emails over to them. Why do I have to start the conversation all over again with the warranty department? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. It's maybe a video for a different time. So, yeah, so I still got to reach out to the warranty department, see what they're going to do about some of the issues. I did not have any keyholing issues. I even did it with federal ammo. There was no keyholing with federal ammo. Accuracy, if you saw my latest video here, the keyholing and accuracy video, accuracy was dog crap, in my opinion. And 25 yards on 6 to 8 inches off, low left, that's big, man. 25 yards, man. You know, that's That's a big change. And I had a couple people, other people shoot it as well, and they were showing the same trend, low left. So hopefully they can take a look at that. We'll see what they come back and say. The not ejecting the ammo is kind of a huge bummer to me. The other thing I noticed here, and I don't think I ever got it on video, and I don't have a magazine near me here, but or ammo, I don't think. But the other thing that's pretty annoying is you cannot, and I know people say that it's bad, but if you were to lock the slide open like this and try to drop a round in there, it will not go home. I don't know what's going on with this extractor or what the design of the extractor is, but if there's a round in there with that and you're putting it into the chamber yourself, not through a magazine, it will not go home. It'll just jam up. So it has to go through a magazine for that to happen. So I was saying before, if you load it in here yourself, it's in there, it will not seat. Even if I let it go home, it will not seat. I mean, that was the full force of the slide. It is not seating that bullet. Matter of fact, I just shattered the freaking bullet casing. That's amazing. Look at what it just did to this bullet casing. I don't know if you can see that or not here. But yeah, it just, I mean, it took a giant chunk out of there. So hopefully it didn't screw up my extractor. Yeah, well, anyways, looks like the extractor is still intact. See if we can get the right angle here. It's in there. I don't see any gouges or anything. But yeah, so you cannot load a bullet like this. So for whatever reason, if you had an emergency and you had one round left and you're trying to load it in like that, that will not work. You'd have to pull the magazine, load it back in the magazine, and then chamber it that way. There's absolutely zero way, zero chance. Actually, I'm not kidding. I could do this all day long. I really, like I said, you really have to yank it for it to come out. For those guys that are into the trick shots, you cannot do trick shots with this thing because it won't load. Plus, the extractor hangs out like crazy too, or the ejector hangs out like crazy too. I don't know if you can see that or not, but man, that thing just hangs out. So anyway, so all that's cosmetic. So a handful of issues. This is what's keeping me from where I'm carrying it here. So pretty much I'm going to have to retire this one. I'm going to show you why here in a second. I got a regular old piece of cardboard here. Yeah, it's in pretty decent shape. This, we'll make sure this was clear. This is my CC Edge XL. Full-size frame, compact slide with a compensator. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it on the back here, and let's see what kind of marks it leaves. Not really getting any marks. I did get a dent here, and it looks like a little tiny dent there. So what I'm getting at is, this is, you know, it's pretty subtle. This goddamn thing right here, that is a freaking razor blade. I don't know if you can tell how sharp that is, but I'm going to show you right now. Same distance. Every one of these drops. We'll have to watch what this does. Look at that. So, I'm a little on the fluffy side. I'm a fluffy guy. I'm 6'4", and I won't give you the weight because I feel girly about it. I identify as a woman when I talk about my weight. But yeah, so I'm a little bit fluffy. So what happens is when I wear this thing, because I wear it inside the waistband, and right-hand shooter inside the waistband, I got, you know, you got my sweat guard. So this thing, as I move it around, starts digging into me. And I'll show you here, you know, just subtle digs. Maybe I'm moving my pant leg. Maybe I'm going back and forth. Maybe I'm, you know, bending over. Maybe I'm sitting down in the car. You know, whatever the case is. And you can see he's already starting to dig the skin out right here. You wear this thing all day long, it is the most uncomfortable feeling I've ever had. I mean, it literally digs into your side. It starts eating through your undershirt. I wear an undershirt. It starts eating through your undershirt as you're going throughout your day. I mean, I didn't put a lot of pressure on it. Look at that. That's just cutting it. Look at that. That's just crazy. So that happens to my side, and that's the deal breaker. Everything else is kind of a nuisance. It was cosmetic, but this thing is the most uncomfortable gun at least to wear it inside the waistband. So I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe later on give it a second chance and maybe build a different holster that covers up a little bit different. But man, it's going to be silly to have a sweat guard that goes, you know, an extra inch up just to cover the razor blade. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So that is my 3-month review. I did finally get the RDS plate. It took about a month and a half to get 3 extra magazines or 4 extra magazines. I forgot what I ordered, 3 or 4 extra magazines. Took almost 2.5 months to get my RDI or my optic plate. There's a number of issues with this thing, mostly cosmetic. I had a couple issues at the beginning where it wasn't loading some rounds, but that worked its way out. Daniel Defense says give it like 200 rounds, 250 rounds, and it'll work its way out. Mine has. It's very comfortable. One of the most comfortable handguns I've ever had. The dovetail being loose, that drives me a little bit crazy. Not being able to eject it around unless you're yanking on it really drives me nuts, because every time I come home I unload the round, and normally, you know, the first couple of videos I'm like, just yank it and it's fine. But there's been a couple times where I'm, you know, just trying to be quiet because I got home late or something, so I'm trying to pussyfoot it, and boy, you yank this thing slow, that round will not come out. Yeah, so there's some subtle issues. The accuracy, I think that's horrible. That's you know, it's more of a nuisance. You put a red dot on it, you could probably solve for the accuracy issues. But still, you know, $1,300 for a gun, it should probably work a little better than that. But yeah, so for now, we're gonna go ahead and put this one back in the safe. It'll just be a range toy for now until I maybe try out a different holster design. Maybe get something, a little sweat guard that's a little longer. Or yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe Daniel Defense will upgrade a beaver tail that's not. I mean, I'm not kidding. Look at this thing. Get the white here. I mean, that thing is freaking razor sharp, dude. It's craziness. But yeah. But for now, after 3 months, done carrying it, I'm going back to my. Well, I haven't really carried this one yet. This is like I said, the CC Edge XL. I'm gonna start carrying that guy for a while and see how that treats us. But yeah, drop any comments down. I think the Daniel Defense H9 craze is kind of dying off. I think yeah, I think it's kind of dying off. And unfortunately, I got suckered into buying this thing when it first came out. I was so pumped. I was so stoked. I was like, yeah, Daniel Defense, man, they're gonna make an awesome gun. And it's just short, guys. All right, guys. Well, this is Pound for Pounds Firearms. Signing off.